Hello and welcome. I am Ollie Juno and this is A Stitch With Me. We are doing a brand new start. I am going to attempt to do this 1/1 tent stitch. May end up getting frogged, but I want to try it tent. I want to see how bad the background shows through after I have a couple hundred stitches into it. So we're going to go ahead and get started. If you've watched my Flosstube I posted just a few minutes ago, you'll see that I had gotten this pattern and that I had gotten it due to seeing it on oh, what is her name? Arlaria? I'm sorry. I said it perfectly fine in my main video. I'm just not remembering it now. Oh well. So yeah, I am stitching this 1/1 tent stitch, and we're gonna see how it looks. Since the fabric is red, it may show through more than I like, but we'll see. I'm stitching a little higher than I normally do because the fabric is just big enough, and being on a scroll frame, it took all the extra up there. I picked up this fabric the other day when I was at my little day stitching retreat. 2, 3, there's 6. So yeah, hopefully when I post this video up, the whole thing will post. My last one didn't. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then skip here. Alrighty. This was a very impromptu stitch with me, so I have no plans. I didn't really have any time to make any notes to stitch. There is that one, so this would go here. Basically, I just work and stitch. We go gaming on the weekends. Well, my husband goes and plays games on the weekends with friends while I sit and stitch. My oldest is, not my oldest, my middle daughter is learning to drive, so that's been a fun experience, taking them to go driving. And I'm a nervous rider as it is, so that has been really interesting. Unfortunately, my husband makes her extremely nervous, so it kicks her anxiety up, so she really can't ride a whole lot with him. So, but normally I let her drive to work, and then we'll go out driving on her days off. As for this project, right now I'm going to be starting my diagonal squares. It's what I call it, diagonal squares. I just do the squares in a diagonal motion. Since this only has 11 colors, it might not continue that way. Hold on, I need to flip that. It's trying to go under the fabric, so we're going to flick that. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. My first project, Heaven and Earth design I ever got, had 19 colors. And then I found another one that had 14 colors. And then I found this one that has 11 colors. It's like, what am I thinking? I'm gonna get tired. And they all have very close to the same colors too. But I don't know. It's all good. They're some of my, I like the colors, so I like the designs. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing them get completed. I like my little tensioners, but I always catch my thread on it. I have a little, my thread's a little long, but oh well. Let's see. I got a finish today. I did show that. I showed it on my Instagram. I showed it on my YouTube channel. I really, you know, feel like I made great progress on it in the last few days. Uh-oh. Oh, yes. Okay. One more. Look, I'm going too far. Now. Here we go. Oh, sorry. Alright, go all the way across. Let's see. I don't know. I know in my YouTube video I talked about Royal Rose that the Royal Stitcher does. I'm not going to attempt doing Royal Rose with this one at the moment. Alright, let me do this real quick. Oh, don't do that. Let me mark what I've done so far. I'm kind of confusing myself. Okay, so I've done that. I'm done there. So, 1, 2, then skip 1. So that is going to stop here. And then we're gonna go over here. Yeah, there we go. Trying to make sure I keep on the right track. 10 stitch is a little different for me. I do have a couple of projects that are doing the 10 stitch, but it is something that I have to watch, as I'm not used to it. I started my, the last project I started, I was on 32 count. But this one I really wanted to do. So when I found out the closest I had, well, I had 25 count, but it was on white fabric. And I really did not want to try to stitch these light color grays on white. I tried that with my last Heaven and Earth design, the Alchemy, Gothic Alchemy one. And I had the frog visit me within the first 100 stitches. I don't even think I had I didn't even have 100 stitches. And it was like, I just could not get it to work right. Whoops. Actually, wrong area. And this, we're gonna go here. Alrighty. Now we've got 3. I'm ready to sit over in my recliner chair and relax. because sitting at my desk puts me at an odd angle. Because this is on my desk, it's higher than when I'm working in my chair. I don't know why, it just is. I can work with it lower in my chair, where if I try to work with it lower here, it bothers me. I think it's because in the chair I can relax my back, where in this chair I tend to want to slouch too much. All right, that color is done in that square. Mark it. Oh wait, I forgot to set my settings up. All right, so let me go here. I'm going to use translucent colors. That will make it so that I can see through. And then I need my parking. Where is it? Shortcuts. Alright, so here we're going to park in the lower right corner. And that'll finish our frog. There we go. That should have it. I'm not going to do diagonal lines. There we go. And mark it. Yay! Alright, so now we're going to do this one. I chose to do the 310 because I needed a little more guideline for the other colors. So, 413. That's 415. There's 413. All right, come on. There we go. Okay. But I will say I do enjoy parking. 90% of my projects are parking. I have one project that is not parking, and it's just because of the way it's stitched. Alright, so I'm going to be doing a loop start to start this. So I'm going to go in a little further away from where I'm going to be going. And then I'm going to come up in the hole that I'm going to be coming in. Pull that back down. There. And I'm going to pull it to where I can barely see the tip. And then I'm going to go back down the hole I was in. And then I'm too high. Oh, down here. And then I'm going to pull it taut. And then I'm going to go back down the hole that I just grabbed the loop in. And I am now secure. So there was there. Then there was one here. Then we're going to go back over here. And there. Did I put that one in the wrong spot? No, I didn't. I was looking at the wrong color. There. Alrighty. See? And then what I'll do is I will pull that little tail back up underneath so you don't see it. There's that. And that one is here. And alrighty, and one more stitch in here. Pull that down, make those go down there, mark what I've got. Okay, so let's see, what can I talk about today? Okay, so also to point out like something that I'm doing, I am grabbing the smaller numbers that are showing. I try to do that more than I grab the larger numbers, so that when I do the final stitch, it covers over a lot of the running threads instead of doing the massive color and then having all the runner threads running over top of the color. And I don't know, it just makes my back feel more secure to me. Alright. Now we're going to do another loop start, which since this is a new start, it's going to have quite a bit of loop starts. Not there. There. Alright. Pull that where I can barely see it. Go back down the hole I came up. Go there. There. Nice and taut. Go back down. Oops. I pulled it right on out. Let's try that again. Move over just a little bit. Alright. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I probably have about 30 more minutes or so before I'm going to have to call it, because I do have groceries being delivered tonight. Like I said, this was a very impromptu stitch with me. I didn't really have any plans to do a stitch with me, but I'm actually going to leave that there because I only got one stitch in. I'm going to wait till I get a few more stitches in covering that before I pull that tail out. Alright, that one, which this one is going to be about the same way. 169. And the one thing that I think is kind of funny is that I have not gone to buy new threads yet. These are the same threads for my previous Heaven Earth design. They have almost the exact same. They have the exact same colors. The only difference is this has 168 and that one doesn't. But I will eventually go get enough threads for all of them, the amount that I'm supposed to have, because I didn't even get all the threads when I went and bought the threads I needed to start the alchemy one, because I didn't have the funds to buy that many threads because I needed quite a few black. So I'm half tempted for the black. I'm just tempted to pull up and get a cone, because I've got a lot of black in these two projects. Okay, so I'm here. So if we go 1, we go 2. 1, 2, and it's in spot 3. There we go. And we're going to leave those there as well. Let's mark that. There we go. There's a lot of single threads in this, but it's all good. 415. Once you get the thread going, it's not that big of a deal. It's just getting the threads going that is the main thing. Alright, now we're gonna do another loop start. Yay! Loop starts are my best friend. Oh, I'm getting silly. Sorry. Okay, so this is here. Okay, so we're gonna go up here and I'll pull those back down. Leave that like that. There. There. There we go. And then this is gonna go down here, right next to this one. All right. There we go. Okay, 414. There's 414. Oh, wait. Let's see. I'm not really chatting about nothing, and I apologize for that. I know once I get done getting the groceries in, I'm going to make food for everybody. Which will probably be just chicken and taters. Because I've got baked chicken that we can eat. And then the potatoes are coming because I ran out of potatoes. So it's one of the reasons why I didn't go make food before I did my video. Because it's kind of hard to make food when you don't have the main ingredient. Well, the main side that you normally have. So we're gonna have taters, we're gonna have corn, and we're gonna have chicken. One and two. There we go. Alrighty, next. Sorry, I keep bumping the camera. I apologize. Alright, so we're gonna do this one. 317. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I really enjoyed this one. This particular design actually reminds me of my childhood. You know, I grew up down in Texas. We lived on a farm. Well, we lived... It was considered kind of a farm. You know, we had chickens, we had cows. We didn't live on more than about an acre. We had 10 acres across from us that because we were only renting where we were at. We had 10 acres across from us that I had full range to run. But most everything, except for the horses, most everything was right there in, why am I going there? Sorry, in the wrong spot. Everything was like right there in our main area around the house. The chicken coop where we kept our cows because we bottle fed cows. And then we'd sell them. Like we'd bottle them for a little while till they got a little healthy, and then we'd take them to the sell barn and sell them. Oh, I didn't mark that. I was like, why does that not look right? Because I didn't mark it. Alright, so we're going to do this. I'm doing this one a little differently. I am going to park this one over here. Most of them I park elsewhere on the down below it, but this time I'm going to park over here. And then we're gonna go ahead and pull these back underneath. There we go. There we go. I don't know. We'll have to see what this looks like once I get some more colors in. I don't know. I'm kind of liking the red in the background. Alright, let us go back over here. Mark that one. Because these didn't mark. There. Now they're marked. Alright, $37.99. I know that color so well. No idea why I have a white string there. Alright. But yeah, I remember bottle feeding calves. I remember feeding the chickens, collecting chicken eggs. We had, my mom was well known by the pound area, because like if they would end up with an odd animal, they would give her a call. So we ended up with emus, all kinds of unique animals, iguanas. We got an iguana from the pound. Like, they just gave them to us. We didn't even have to pay for them. We would go to the pound all the time. I can't tell you the times where we actually walked out of there with a pet without even having to pay for it, just because we were who we were. Because we'd come over there, my mom would like knew everybody by name, and we'd go over and I'd go and play with all the cats, and mom would sit in the front and talk. They had a couple of dogs that would walk around, and just we knew all the animals, we knew all the pets. We'd go out and pet all the pups outside. I remember spending hours at a time at the pound. Like I said, there'd be times they'd get some weird oddball animal and they'd be like, hey, you want to take it? You know somebody who wants it? Like I said, I know we ended up with an iguana. We had emus for a little while before we found somebody to take them and put them on a large acreage. They weren't very, you know, we just had a small location for them. So we didn't have a very good place to keep them. So we didn't have them very long. But yeah, I remember. Oh, I remember we used to, I don't even remember how many animals we had at one time. So we had a bunch of chickens, we had cows, we had horses, we had cats, dogs, we had snakes. My dad was real big on snakes. Not real sure if I've discussed this before, but like we had like poisonous snakes. We had ball pythons and we had poisonous snakes for the longest time. Let's see, I think if I remember right, at one time I counted and we had 11 snakes. Hold on, I'll count. Okay, so we had 5 ball pythons. We had 3 pygmy rattlers. We had a diamondback rattlesnake, a western back rattlesnake, and a Burmese python, I believe. Yeah, I think that's right. So yeah, 11 snakes at one time. Unfortunately, we ended up losing the ball pythons in a cold spell. Their heating rock got unplugged while we were out, so we lost them. That was a very sad time. I was not very happy, but wasn't anything we could do. I think if I remember right, one of the cats knocked the plug out or something. Something happened where what their light and heat pad was plugged into was knocked out by some unknown reason. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't remember. That was quite a few years ago. Alrighty, mark that. Yay, I got 100 stitches done. Woohoo! Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and grab that one, because I always like to grab, unless it's got most of the colors, I always like to grab the one that is parked, unless I need more of a guideline to get it to the right location. But this one I don't. So we're gonna go there, here, over, then up 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then here. Nope. Here. I know it's wasting a little thread, but I'm actually going to go here. Okay, so 1, 2. No, I need only over 1. And then 1, 2. I said, I know that's wasting a little bit of thread, but I think it'll be worth it in the long run. Alrighty. Let's see. That one, we're gonna go with that one actually. 414. So yeah. So work hasn't been too crazy here lately. I've actually had time to watch a bunch of Flosstubes in between working. I watched the Dizzy Stitcher today, which he was doing a stitch with me, so that was pretty cool. I like watching other people stitch with me. I've watched Gemma Stitches, I believe is her name. She does stitch with me. I enjoy listening to hers. Then let's see, who else have I watched? Mainly I'm just stating what I watched. Well, actually, I've had a couple of people to watch each day here recently. So I watched Alaria. I watched her Flosstube, and I watched her whip parade. A lot of people are doing mid-year whip parades. So I've been watching those. I watched Crisscross Stitch. I love him. His neighborhood corner, neighborhood corner, that's a really cool segment that he does. He showcases work that people send him, like stuff that they've completed and finished. He'll showcase it on his channel, so that's pretty cool. Let's see. Fun with Cross Stitch. I watched her today. I saw her channel. Oh wow, I should have made a list. I'm pulling all this out of my head. Okay, so we're here. Sure, I'm in the right spot. There we go. I don't know about the red behind this. Like I said, I have to have a few hundred stitches into this, really, to see if I'm going to like it or not. I don't know, I might give it a red hue, like in the early morning lights. Who knows? We'll see. But you also got to take into consideration, you're not going to be right up on it when you're looking at this pattern. You're going to be at a good distance. So the question is will it really even matter? I don't know. We will see. I will say the one thing nice about 10 stitch is that you get done with your stitches just a little bit faster because you ain't got to do that second cross. Alright, mark my stuff. I know I keep bumping stuff when I'm over here marking. I apologize. Alright, so now it's black. I need 310, 310. Stitching gets a little faster when you have everything already parked. I will say that's the reason I like parking, is because I don't have to figure out right away what color I'm about to start. Basically, I just grab the lowest thread and go. Because I always park in the first available spot in the next row. Alrighty, so here. And then I start at the bottom of the square and work my way up so that I'm not fighting all my threads. I know a lot of people do row by row, stitch by stitch. I cannot. I like doing more of the square by square. It just works a little better for me. But everybody is different. Everybody has their own method. And everybody's method came from somewhere. Whether it's copying somebody else's method or taking bits and pieces from multiple people's methods. In my opinion, there is no wrong way to stitch. If you like it, then it's right. Like, I was talking to one person and they like their stitches really, really thick. So they would be stitching with 4 threads on 28 count. For me, I can't stand the thought of 2. A full cross, I don't even want 1 full cross. But that's just the way they prefer it. And that's perfectly alright. You do the way that works for you. And if you're not happy with it, then find the way that works for you. Take parts and pieces of other people's ideas and turn it into what works for you. Like, for me, I don't do very many projects exactly the same. I tend to switch it up. So, like, you know, hold on. There. Like my 2 dragons. I'm not going diagonal with that. I'm not doing any, you know, I'm going more of a downward column with it. Like, I'll move over, then I move down. Where am I? Here. Alright, so my next one is here. Right? 1, 2. No. My bad. My next one is here. And then my dreaming, I'm doing that in long columns to the left, or to the right, excuse me. 1, 2, here. My kitten in the rose, I was doing the full diagonal on. I am now doing that one, trying the royal rose with that one. So we'll see how that turns out. Let's see. And of course, Pandemic and them aren't parked. Those are just cross country, kind of ish. I don't really see how parking would work with that, especially since it's only one thread. It's only one color. So that, you know, no sense in worrying about parking with that one. And I wouldn't, even if it had multiple threads. Samplers like that, in my opinion, doesn't need parking. Just, you work until your thread's gone type thing. Okay, so I went here. We're gonna skip, here. Alright. Now I'm gonna fill in this block, and then I'm gonna have to call it. Because groceries will be here soon. Alrighty. That is that. Alright. $37.99. What's funny is 90% of the time when I write down $37.99, I end up writing like $33.99, like everything but the $37.99. I wrote $39.77. Uh-oh, got a knot. Get rid of the knot. There we go. Knot's gone. Yeah. Next week, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do a Flosstube or not, as it all depends on the plans that we have going on. My daughter turns 19 on the 29th. They are wanting me to take them to meet their friend, which is a 4-hour drive. But it all depends on if the friend is going to be able to make the drive. The friend is not quite, they're 17. And it all depends on if their dad and mom give them the okay to meet over here. My oldest has been over there, like a couple, last year she actually moved in with them for probably about 6 months while, you know, things calmed down because her and dad were at each other's throats. You know how it is. No, it was back in, yeah, it was last year. It was back in like May, I believe. So she went and lived with them for a little while. Now she's just wanting her friend to come up here to hang out for a couple of days and then meet back up. But it all depends if the parents will agree to meet the halfway mark, because I'm not driving 16 hours. I've done it. I did it 3 times in less than 2 years. And 2 times. Well, no, we made the drive there, made the drive back. Made the drive there, made the drive back. And yeah, like it was supposed to be, you know, just a partial trip down. Like I wasn't supposed to go the whole way. But I did. Because Knox needed to come home. And mom is there. Like she called saying she was starting to get anxiety for being away from the house. She'd been over there for about 6 months. And like we literally loaded up that day and went and got her. I was so tired. I have found that if I do have to make a trip like that, I prefer taking off that looked a little weird for me, but it's all good. Yeah, I prefer taking off at night and driving back during the day. I mean, I'm tired after such a long drive, but it's easier to stay awake in the sunlight for me than driving at night. Plus, if needed be, my husband could take over. My husband has real bad night blindness, so he can't drive at night very well. So it's like, if I want the option to have somebody take over, it normally has to be in the daylight. So, yeah. Did I grab that right? Yeah. Alright. So, yeah. Like I said, we will see if I get the Flosstube made. I know it won't be made anytime like on Monday or Tuesday, because Monday I have an appointment for my son, and Tuesday I have a dentist appointment. So, yeah. I'm not going to be filming after coming back from the dentist. Excuse me. They are going to be deep cleaning my gums and teeth. And I'm getting, I believe, a filling on my back tooth. So, I'm pretty sure I am not going to want to be on camera talking to nobody. Either one of those days. The one day, it's not that it's anything for me, but having to like go to the appointment and get back. By the time we get back, it'll be after around 6, and then it'll be time to fix something to eat and sit and relax. There we go. Alrighty. So there is 2. So just, I'm not going to do another row or another square, but I'm just going to show you what I would do. So I would separate these, and I would hang this over here on my other needle minder. Scroll out, show you kind of, see I have a needle minder here, and I have a needle minder here. So I wrap the threads around the needle minders to keep them out of my way. But like when I'm working here, I would take the thread here, put it on this minder up out of my way, and then I would put this up and I would grab this thread right here because that is my lowest one to grab. Then I would stitch that, and then I would grab the next lowest one, and that, and so forth. Because so I like doing that because I don't have to think about what color I'm going to grab next. Because that's my biggest problem that I've noticed that I'm having with my dream catcher one, is I've changed it to more of a cross country stitch, and now I have to pick what color, and I tend to put it away before stitching on it, so I might have to change that one back up, but I don't know. Alright, so let me mark where I'm at. Alrighty. Here we go. Yay! Okay, so that is the end of me. Oh, I'm at about an hour. It's about 52 minutes. It's not too bad. 200 stitches in about an hour. It's not bad. And I don't know, I kind of like the way that's looking. So I'm gonna pull back. Yeah. I don't know. I think it might work. Just going tent. Yeah, I like it so far. I mean, when you're up close, you can easily see the red behind it. But, I don't know. It might give it a unique look. We'll see. You'll know if I sit there and decide to frog it all and tell you I did. Alright, so I'm gonna say goodnight. I'm gonna say goodbye. It is now 7 p.m. and I gotta go figure out, go get food going. So I will see y'all next time. I hope y'all enjoyed the stitch with me. I am really enjoying this pattern so far, and I'm hoping to get a lot more stitches in before the end of the night. Because if I'm lucky, food will be ready in about 30-45 minutes, and then I will have 2 hours to stitch before I have to call it. And I'm hoping, being relaxed in my chair, and already having a couple of these parked lines, couple of these already started, that they'll go a little quicker. Alright, I'm just rambling now. Later, everybody. Have a great week and happy stitching. Bye!